In this video, we're going to take our first look at a new product found on from eLab Peers. It's the Einsboard. So we're going to open up the box, take a look, plug it in, and run a sketch. All that coming up next. Hello and welcome to Roanoke Hobby and Electronics. We're in the studio here with a new microphone and some new stuff we're going to be looking at. Some new products, and we'll just bring that up here. So there you have the Einsboard from eLab Peers, and I think I found this on Tindy.com, and it looked like a decent board, so I went ahead and ordered one to get it in and review it. And we'll just get here. And so right off the bat, I'm impressed because I ordered it, and when it came in, it's very nicely packaged. A lot of times when you get like an Arduino-compatible board on some of the other online stores, you just get a board in a anti-static bag, just thrown into a padded envelope, and it may or may not arrive safely. So I was quite impressed with the packaging that we got here. So, and the other thing that I like about it, it's branded. It's eLab Peers, and they call it the Einsboard, so it's something other than just calling it a Nuno. So we'll open it up here, and we see that it's very nicely packaged. So another bonus point there, very securely set in a little foam insert there. And it also comes with the USB cable for you, which is a good thing because this particular board uses the USB mini. A lot of people have USB micro cables laying around the house, but this uses the USB mini, so it's nice that it comes with a cable. And see if I can get it up here and get a better look at it. So I'm very impressed with it's very nicely laid out. Most of the components are surface mount, with just the exception of the pins are through the board pins there. But looking at the soldering with the magnifying glass, it's very solid soldering job there. Nothing sloppy. It's very well soldered. You have the, as I mentioned, you've got the mini USB, and you also have the barrel connector for power. It's the Atmega 328 with OptiBoot surface mount here on the board. The USB to serial is the FTDI FT231X. That's a little bit of a mouthful to get that out, but that's a little better chip there, and have a little bit more compatibility as far as the drivers. You got your power section, and let's go down. So it's fully Uno R3 compatible. It's the Arduino form factor for the R3 form factor. The voltage, input voltage, is from 7 to 18 volts. So it's got a good power section there it can handle. Designed in Silicon Valley. So this eLab Peers is there on the West Coast that's designed this board. And the other feature, they also list that it has reverse reverse polarity protected, so there's probably like a polyfuse on there. But I think a lot of the boards are probably have that. But the other bonus point, they've designed this board with all the LEDs out here on the edge, so if you have a shield on top, you can still see the status lights. So and I do like the printing on the back with their logo. So it's nicely branded. That like distinguishes it from a lot of the other compatible boards out there. And the other thing I was pleasantly surprised with, this is a under $20 board. So of course the genuine Arduino and a lot of the other premium boards are over $20, and there's a lot of under $15 or even under $10 boards, but the old rule of you get what you pay for usually applies in that case. But in here where I'm pleasantly surprised, this board is under $15 and very, very well put together. So we'll take a little break here. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. It's looks like a nice heavy-duty USB cable that's included. So we're going to plug it in and load up a sketch so I can demonstrate the where the LED light are placed. And we'll just run a simple sketch. And we'll just take a short little break here and pause. Okay, so I'm back. What I forgot when I was talking about plugging it in is that on this particular computer that I'm working with, I've never loaded the FTDI drivers on this computer. That's one thing I did point out, that it does use the FTDI FT231X chip. So it's not the same. It's not the same driver as that's installed when you install the Arduino IDE. So on the eLab Pure's website, on the page for the Einsboard, they do have a link that takes you to the drivers. You can also do a search for FTDI FT231, and you also get to the same spot where you have the drivers for Windows and Mac. I think on a Linux system, I think the driver is already included, but if you've not ever used a device with the FTDI chip, for the very first time, you will need to go on and load that. And so while we're on that topic, then I'm going to show a little trick here that I've seen to kind of figure out, okay, which COM port is the device on, especially if you've got several other USB devices that are using COM ports, and just like you want to make sure you're using the right one. So we've gone into the control panel here, and we're going to go into hardware and go into the device manager, and I'm going to expand out the COM points that are bringing it up where you can see that window. So I've installed the drivers, and with the board not plugged in yet, I just see that there's COM point 1 and the printer port. So the one little trick then is just to have that open up. So when you plug it in for the first time, and I'll try to get into a good spot here where you can see. There we go. All right, so we're going to plug it in, and you see the status light flicker there. So it getting power, and you might have noticed over here on the screen then it popped up USB serial port COM port 6. So now you know this device is using COM 6. So that's a good way to figure out which COM port it's using. So we're going to go ahead then and open up the Arduino IDE. And I go up here to Tools, and I've got the Arduino Uno board selected. And kind of like what I mentioned before, then when you've got the right driver and you open up and it's plugged in and you open up the IDE, it's going to recognize that that's the COM point it's on. And I think you see the same kind of behavior on a Mac, on a Linux system. When you got the right driver, the IDE kind of knows that that's your device. So it's on COM6, and we've verified that. So I get this up here. Though we've got the sketch, and really this is just for demonstration where the LEDs are. So imagine that there's a shield on top of here, and you want to be able to see the status lights. So where they've placed them, then we're going to upload. It's compiling, and then send. You can see the transmit and receive lights flickering there really quickly. And this is just the basic blink sketch, though you're just blinking the LED that's on pin 13. And that's pretty standard for most Arduino and Arduino-compatibles. So your status light there is on pin 13. And as you can see, it's blinking. So it's out here on the edge. And so even with the shield on, you'd still be able to see it. The transmit and receive lights are over here on the edge. So that's just one of the advantages of this board, of the LED placement. So yeah, I don't really have a rating system other than just looking at the quality and the soldering and any other extra features. Though the fact that it's a branded, it's very well made, very well packaged. Though I'd give the Einsboard from eLab Peers 2 thumbs up. So we'll start wrapping this up here, and be sure and visit the blog at roanokhobby.info. When I post this video on the blog, I'll be sure and include the links to the drivers and the links to the eLab Peers website. Looks like you can order this board directly from them on their website, or I think it's also available on Tindy.com. It's a good price point, and I would recommend this. If anything, the drivers might be just a little down tick, but it's really not that much trouble to find the right drivers, and I think it could be just a lot of personal preference there. So that'll wrap it up for this time. Thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, give us a thumbs up, and be sure and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when we posted some more videos. And appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.